Hello everyone, I'm here to explain to you the Central Board of Secondary Education Circular number 51, and this is from Vidya Lakshmi School, Chanankuppam. What is this about? This is about the special scheme of assessment for the board examination for the students of class 10 and 12. Why is it that we have something interconnected to the special way? This is because there have been changes in the educational setup for the students right from the year 2020, and we all are aware of it. What is it which is there in this circular which we all have to understand? Pandemic. Pandemic has caused so many problems, and that was the reason why for the year 2020 there were no board examinations for class 10 and 12. The lessons went on in the virtual mode. We all know that is the online examinations went on for this academic session 2021, and because we didn't want any of the students to be at risk, the CBSE board, which actually should have conducted the examination in the month of April, could not do because of the second wave of pandemic. Yes, and so what happened? The examinations were given away with, and on the basis of a credible, reliable, flexible and a valid alternative assessment, priority was given for the sake of making the children get their marks which they should get in due. So that's a very good thing in a way, isn't it? It is because we cannot conduct examinations. Now, if these examinations are to be conducted in 2021, what must be the problem or what must be the solution? Lessons must go on in the normal way, isn't it? We should have the physical classes and not the offline. We should have the classes in the online or the offline. We should have offline classes if the examinations must go on normally. But it's not happening like that. So, CBSE is taking precautionary measures if the situation becomes unfeasible, not suitable for the sake of the children to write examinations. So what is it that is happening then? CBSE has taken into consideration the thoughts and ideas of independent schools all over the country, and special attention was focused on the remote area schools. The reason for the remote area schools to get such a kind of a priority is technology. Technology is not reaching out for them, and so the majority of them have requested for the rationalization of the syllabus. What is rationalization? Taking into consideration the troubles the students are facing, and so they wanted the syllabus to be reduced as it was done last year in the year 2020, and that is the reason why there has been this change. And the board has also considered the different kinds of things which are interconnected to the electronic gadgets. It is because connectivity is a problem. Effectiveness of the online teaching is a problem when we do not have this connectivity, isn't it? And so there was this change. And so other things are also there into consideration that the CBSE has taken. One thing is the economically weaker section people and socio-economical issues. So many things are there which we have to take into consideration, and CBSE did do that. And that is the reason this circular number 51 has been released. So for this session of 2021, in order to see that the students get good marks, the CBSE had reduced 30% of the syllabus. Everyone is aware of it. And so the same thing might be continued, and we are also going to get a blueprint about it very soon. Why should this 30% of reduction continue? It is because of the instability. We do not know how much time it is going to take for us to continue with the physical classes. And so, the board's continued focus is on the stipulated learning outcomes by making the examination competencies and core concept-based, student-centric, transparent, technology-driven, and to see that everyone is going to advance with the different kinds of abilities. And that is the reason why for class 10 students and class 12 students for the year 21-22, there is something in store. It's not just for class 10 and 12 students, it is also for the students of class 9 and 11. So, what are the schemes, the special schemes of 20, 21 and 22? We have quite a good number of points. Let me read out each of them, or maybe you can read it for yourself. I'll be telling you the most important things in this. So the first one, academic session. Academic session to be divided into 2 terms. This is the thing that we should all focus upon. In one way, it's a blessing in disguise. The reason for that is prior to 2016, we had in the same variety 2 terms, term 1 and term 2. I think many of you all remember that. Now, the same thing is going to be there. And the division is going to be approximately 50% of the syllabus for each of the terms. In case you have 50% of the syllabus for each of the terms, what is going to be the benefit? Yes, you will not be burdened that much, isn't it? See what it is. So, subject experts and the board will conduct examination at the end of each term. How is this examination going to be? What are the questions, or how are the questions going to be there? That is what is going to be in this. So, in order to increase the probability of having a board conducted examination for class 10 and 12 at the end of the session, this is the plan made. That means in case we divide it into 2 parts and there are chances for the schools to reopen, yes, there will be a focus on writing physical examinations. So let's go to point number B. This rationalized syllabus for class 10 and 12 for the year academic year 21-22. How is it going to be? It is told already that it's rationalized, it is repeated, you can understand it. It is because for the last academic session, it was notified in the month of July itself, almost exactly a year before, that 30% was reduced. Now, this is the next one interconnected to that, and so there is going to be an alternative calendar also in case any things have to be added, deleted, depending upon the situation CBSE is going to make. So don't think that this is going to be the same thing. Changes might be there. You should always be on the lookout for this circulars given by the CBSE. Let us see the point number C. Efforts will be made to make internal assessment or practicals or project work more credible and valid. See, last year many children were not able to submit their projects, they were not able to do their internal assessments in time. They did it, but it was a stress. So, the CBSE is now asking us to spread it out evenly throughout the year. So, for that sake, what is it asking us to do? There is guidelines and modernization policy has been announced so that all will get fair distribution of marks. You work for it, you will get. You don't work, you will not get. So don't take it lightly, students. Work for the sake of making yourself better. Do not sit idle. COVID, no problem. No, that's not the thing that you should do. You should prepare well. You should get better. So let us now see what is there in the details of the curriculum transaction. So right now we have only this teaching going on in the distance mode till the regular physical classes are going to be permitted by the authorities. And what else? Classes 9 and 10. What sort of internal assessments are going to be there? Is it going to be there only for a few months? No, please. It is going to be throughout the year. Please bear this in mind. It is going to be throughout the year, and it is irrespective of term 1 and term 2. So don't think that fine, term 1 is completed, let me stop with this assessment. No, internal assessment is a continuous process. Both for term 1 and term 2, it continues. Remember that. And what are the things that are going to be included? There are 3 periodic tests. We have student enrichment, we have portfolio, we have practical work, we have speaking and listening activities, we have projects. So each one is interconnected to a particular subject. So don't forget that all of them have to be done by the students, and each school is going to look into it that it is done perfectly. And then what is this classes 11 and 12 going to do? It is the same, almost the same. So for them also the internal assessment is going to continue throughout the year, irrespective of the term 1 and term 2 examinations. So it's like round the clock. You must be ready, you must practice, you must present, you must complete every assignment that the teachers are allotting to you. Do not postpone. If you postpone, you will be at a loss. There are certain other things that the school will do for you all. And what is that? There are, student profile is there for every child. And in that profile, whatever you are doing, whatever you are submitting, everything is going to be stored and saved. And this is going to be done in the digital format. So students, don't miss your projects, your assignments, whether it is speaking skills or making any kind of a thing, do it. And CBSE will felicitate schools to upload marks of internal assessment on the CBSE IT platform. So marks are important for your future, and do all these projects and get the good marks. You can do it. It's because you have time at home to think about what you're planning to do, how you're planning to do, isn't it? You're not wasting your time in commuting in this way. Let us take it in the other way. Let's learn, let's become better. What sort of guidelines are given by the CBSE for the sake of this internal assessment? So they will also be released with a rationalized term-wise divided syllabus. So even here, for the sake of this internal assessment also, syllabus will be divided like what to do in term 1 period, what to do in term 2 period. Likewise, students will be allotted varieties of topics and you must complete them in time. It is because you will be able to get all this, for the sake of doing these things, your assessments, you will have sample assessments be given, question banks, teacher training, and so many other things will help you in reaching your goal without any problem. So CBSE is for you. You will get sufficient support. Now coming to the term 1 examinations, what is going to be there? How is it going to be there? Is it going to be multiple choice? Is it going to be theory? Let's see. So at the end of the first term, the board is going to organize term 1 examinations. And what is going to be there in this term 1 examinations? It is going to be in a flexible schedule. Before going to the exam, what is there in the examination? Let us understand that it is going to be a flexible schedule. What is this flexible schedule? These examinations can be conducted in 2 months period, November to December. So almost how many weeks time do we get? 4 weeks to 8 weeks of time is there, in which respective schools can make their own timetable for these examinations and conduct them. So what about the paper? The question paper will have multiple choice questions, MCQs. It's easy, but you should be careful because many of the MCQ questions are tricky. They will misguide you. So you should be very careful for these multiple choice questions, and it is for the duration of just 90 minutes. And what is the syllabus? Again, a rationalized syllabus. That means from the 70%, we had 100%. From this 100, it became 70%. From the 70%, for term 1, we have 35%, and for term 2, we have 35%. So in this way, for the term 1, we have 35% of the syllabus with MCQ questions alone. Well, questions are in the MCQ format. Who is going to do the questions? Who is going to prepare the questions? Is it the respective schools? No, it is the CBSE. the CBSE will send question papers to the respective school along with what? The marking scheme. So no one can have a fancy and tell, come on, this is the right answer or that is the right answer for a particular question. With the question, the key is given and marking has to be done appropriately. And then the exams will be conducted under the supervision. Don't think it is going to be done just like that without proper supervision. There will be wonderful supervision by the external center superintendents and observers appointed by the CBSE. So it's not just the schools who are going to look into how you are doing your examinations of the term 1. Though it is MCQs, there are two varieties of people looking at you. One is the supervisor. Supervision is going to be done by the external center of the superintendent and the observers who are appointed by the CBSE. Well, examination is written. What next? Result, isn't it? So how is the result going to be there? So the responses of the students will be captured on OMR. Since it is MCQ, we have the OMR variety of answering, and on the same day, scanning is going to be done directly. The CBSE might upload, or there is also an alternative method. What is that alternative method? The mark papers are going to be evaluated and marks are going to be given, and then and there the uploading will be done by the school. When? On the very same day. It is going to be done on the very same day. It is because there is going to be no delay. If at all it is theory answers, then it will take a lot of time for the evaluation. But if it is MCQ, they can be scanned and results can be done then and there. Do you think that these term 1 examinations are important? Absolutely. Term 1 examinations are very important. The reason for that is they will contribute to the overall final score. In case you are getting in the first term good score, you will be able to get better score in the term 2 if you perform well. In case you are not performing well in term 1, even though you perform excellently in term 2, your marks are going to come down, isn't it? So think logically, do well, don't take anything for granted. Now that we understood term 1 examinations, let us go to the term 2 examination. How is this going to be there? See, the first thing is at the end of the second term, you will have term 2, or you can call it even year-end examination. And that again we have this rationalized syllabus. I think you all remember 35% of the total syllabus, because from 100 we removed 30 and we got 70%, and this is divided into two parts, term 1 35%, term 2 35%. And so in this 35% of the second term examination, you are going to get the questions, and this would be held around March, April. See here, it is would be held depending upon the situation, depending upon the pandemic, depending upon various maybe disturbances, whatever might be there. There might be examination in the month of March, April 2022. And where are they going to be there? Centers are going to be fixed by the board. So students might not get an opportunity to write examinations in their own home school. And the paper will be of 2 hours duration. I think you all remember, prior to 2020, paper was for 3 hours and you used to get 15 minutes of time for the sake of reading. On the whole 3 hours and 15 minutes you would sit in the examination center from the time of writing till the time of leaving. Before that, of course, you will sit again for 15 minutes extra to get yourself settled. But now the examination is going to be only for 2 hours. And how are the questions going to be? They are going to be based on different formats. So there will be case based, situation based, open-ended, short questions as well as long questions. Since in term 1 only multiple choice questions were given priority, term 2 you have a mixture of all of them, so that you will get the right knowledge of the taught subject. In case you are not tested in all these things, you will not be competent enough to go to the next class, and that's the reason why such kind of questions are posed for you all. in case the situation is not conducive for normal descriptive examination. Now what is the meaning of not conducive? In case the situation becomes worse. Let's not think in that way, but in case, that's the reason why we have an alternative solution. So what is the alternative solution? Again, there might be a 90 minutes MCQ questions. This 90 minutes MCQ questions will be conducted at the end of term 2 also. So there are two varieties of probabilities for term 2. If everything goes on well, CBSE will allot a particular center and you will have descriptive type of questions on varieties of ways. In case it's not possible, then just like term 1, you will have 90 minutes MCQ questions. Now you might get a question, how many questions are going to be there? That CBSE has not yet announced. It will announce maybe in its next circular and we'll come to know about it clearly. Now we have seen that we have term 1 and term 2, isn't it? Now on the whole, your term 2 examination would contribute to your final overall score. This you all know, you do well. Suppose your question paper is for 80 marks as before, it's only assumption. If it is for term 1, 80 marks paper and you score something around 75, then it's good, isn't it? In term 2, again, if your paper is for 80 marks and you again score 75, so what is your overall result going to be there? 75%. So be careful. You must do both the terms carefully. We understood clearly about how the marking is going to be there for term 1. Now what about the marking scheme for term 2? Like, is there any evaluation going to take place? How is it going to be there? Let's see that now. In case the situation of the pandemic improves, it's a bright spot here. So, and if the students are able to come to schools or centers for taking the examination. So, this is if everything is positive. Positive not for the pandemic, please, for our situation to become better. Board would conduct term 1 and term 2 examination at schools or centers and the theory marks will be distributed equally between the two exams. So we had seen just before the way term 1 was conducted in case the pandemic continues. Term 2, in case there is no problem, you will have theory questions. If there is a problem, you will have MCQ questions. You understood it. Now this is another kind of assumption where the things might go on normally if everything goes on well. If you are able to come to school maybe very soon. So what will happen at that time? So at that time, term 1 examination, term 2 examination, both of them will be written in centers. So these centers can be the home school or it can be any other school. And at that time what will happen? You will be getting theory marks. So in this case, your MCQs will not be there. Remember that. You will have theory question answers as you had for term 2 if everything was going to go on well. I hope it's clear for you. Now let us see the next point. In case the situation of the pandemic forces complete closure of schools during November to December in 2021, but term 2 exams are held at schools or centers. So this is again a question mark. What is it? Maybe schools are not going to open till November and December, but later on everything is going to be alright. What are we to do? See, term 1 MCQ based examination would be done by the students. Where would it be done? It could be done online or offline depending on the situation. And then it can be that is from the home because it is online. We can understand it's from home. And the weightage of this exam for the final score would be reduced. And the weightage of term 2 examinations will be increased for the declaration of the final result. Why is it? Simple, you all are writing at home. In case you write at home, even though it is time bound, there is a question about the sincerity. Even CBSE has the doubt. And so, the weightage of term 1 is going to be reduced and term 2 is going to be increased. Weightage of term 1 marks is going to be reduced in case you write term 1 at home online. I hope it's understandable. And so the result for the final examination is going to be based like weightage. They didn't tell correctly now how much is the proportion. Maybe 30 is to 70 or 20 is to 80. We do not know. Maybe in the next circular, CBSE is going to tell how much weightage is going to be there if such a kind of a situation arises. Now another kind of a situation. In case you have this period from November to December which went on well. Let us assume that November, December students were able to write the term 1 examination, maybe in theory well. And in case March to April 2022, there is no possibility of writing the examinations. What to be done then? See here, results would be based on the performance of the students on term 1 MCQ results and internal assessments. Be careful. This is a situation where anything can happen and you must be prepared. Why is it that you must be prepared? Because if your MCQ marks, term 1 marks are going to be taken into consideration for your final result, and if you take things lightly now, you are not going to score well. You are going to get less marks, and that's not a good thing, isn't it? Your future depends on how well you perform now. And that is the reason why the term 1 examination conducted by the board will be increased to provide year-end results of the candidates. It's exactly the reverse of the previous point. I hope you remember it. In case term 1 is offline and term 1 is online, that is the point here. In the point number B, we had seen if the first term is online, what is happening? The weightage is coming down. And this is exactly the opposite. In case the second term examinations cannot be held, at that time, term 1 examination weightage is going to be increased. So, internal assessments are also part of it. So, be careful. Be doubly careful to score well. Don't take anything lightly. We had seen what the CBSE is going to do if the first term is conducted online and the second term is conducted online. We had seen the way. Now, if there is no chance for exams at all for offline, whether board examinations can be conducted term 1 and term 2 for the students at home itself, what should we do? So, results would be computed on the basis of the internal assessment, practicals, project work and theory marks of term 1 and term 2 examinations taken by the students all classes 9, 10, 11, 12, especially here 10 and 12. That means whatever you are doing for assessment, understand that it has to be done seriously, very seriously. It is because we cannot tell what the situation is going to be. If it is going to become better, good. We are all going to come to school, we are going to learn directly from the teachers, we are going to become better. In case, all the time ifs and buts are there in life. So, in case there is no possibility of conducting offline examinations for term 1 or term 2, then this is going to be the situation. The solution is in this manner. So, do well in your internal assessments and all of them will be taken into consideration, and modernization or the measures, whatever you are going to take, other measures to ensure validity and reliability of the assessment. So, depending on how well you are doing, your marks are going to be allotted. So, in the above cases, data analysis of marks of students will be taken to ensure the integrity of the internal assessments and home-based exams. So, don't take lightly these internal examinations and home-based examinations. Be sincere, learn, there is time. All the best.